Let's face it, employees don't turn up to work on a Monday morning thinking, I'd like to talk about my values and behaviors and how they align with the needs of the organization. Or let's talk about a learning and development plan that I'd like to create and commit to for the next 12 months. That's not that these conversations are unimportant, it's simply a matter that employees are often very busy with their day to day job and getting things done that they need to as part of their role. So, how can HR teams balance this sort of new way of performance, which is about autonomy and trust and empowering employees to own their own performance, versus the more traditional approach, which is more curated and sometimes viewed as a compliance or a tick the box process, which really doesn't deliver too much value? What we're seeing has been really successful in our customer base is organizations defining what the minimum performance baseline experience looks like in their organization. What do they want to see happening consistently across all members of their team? And that might include things like a values and behavior or culture discussion, perhaps once a quarter. It might be a goal setting discussion once a year with a monthly check-in as to progress towards those goals going forwards, and maybe a career discussion once a year. Once we've got those minimum experience or the minimum baseline designed, we can then look to load up those experiences into the Crew Mojo platform and ensure that the materials that go out to managers, say, let's take, for example, the career discussion we'd like to happen on the 1st of June. Everybody sees that appear on their dashboard. They can see the agenda that they're going to be talking about. That allows people to get prepared for it. It also equips managers with the questions to ask in the moment so they feel confident about having a really positive, forward-looking, coaching-style conversation with their team members, even if they may not have had that experience before. We're able to then automate each of those key moments that relate to that minimum baseline. HR gets total transparency over has those conversations happened. They can easily report and filter on those that haven't, and then provide that extra support where needed. But then aside from all of that minimum baseline, we then have these other conversations which can be chosen to take place on an ad hoc basis. So it might be things like a well-being check-in or a remote working check-in, or in some cases maybe an exit interview. So all of those conversations can be included in an agenda that can be picked by managers or team members in the moment when they need it most, to empower them to have those conversations outside of the minimum baseline set. So in summary, automation can make sure that the really important longer term conversations around people's performance and growth and fulfillment, making sure that there is this sense of thriving in the organization, can happen. But at the same time, not being so restrictive, it stops other conversations which can be more important at an ad hoc day-to-day level as well.